Keep Right with Ralph K. Ginorio. Beware the utopian undead. What wouldn't a believer do to build a paradise on earth for future generations? Isn't utopia worth a few temporary hardships? Doesn't constructing a heaven on earth demand real sacrifices? Could anything on earth be more important than this? Well, the old axiom that the road to hell is paved with good intentions is apropos to these questions. Such a improved society could only be inhabited exclusively by a new and improved type of human being, one who has transcended his base human nature. This purgation of one's own inner darkness is the unavoidable price of entry into utopia. To preserve any paradise, its guardians must scrutinize the most intimate recesses of an individual's mind. Therefore, the first sacrifice that a person must make to build social perfection is privacy. Since only ideals and motives in harmony with the utopian ideal can be permitted, every product of one's mind must conform to the shared values of the utopia. Dissonance would need to be suppressed, modified, or excised. The second sacrifice that a person must make to build social perfection is creativity, one's ability to freely imagine without constraint. Truth is that precious commodity that comes to a person only when they consider a matter unflinchingly, objectively, and without prejudice. Utopians would already know those areas to which they should never allow their minds to wander. Their society would leave no doubt as to what thoughts are criminal. The third sacrifice that a person must make to build social perfection is integrity. Either a person is free to conclude that 2 plus 2 equals 4, even when the leader, the party, and the government say otherwise, or he is not. Anyone who willingly sacrifices his privacy, creativity, and integrity has already sold his soul. Virtues like common sense, honesty, friendship, good sportsmanship, forthrightness, trustworthiness, and loyalty will all have been sacrificed to conform to the utopian ideal. For a person, and that's because those things are independently derived by the individual. For a person who is grounded in the living traditions of the Judeo-Christian West, the true nature of a utopian is unfathomably alien. In the West, the fully developed individual exists independent of ideology. Not so among utopians. No agent of utopian change is permitted the luxury of a personal conscience or a private life. Every taboo can be violated, every relationship betrayed, every limit overpassed to bring about utopia. They are the ultimate users who exploit any opportunity to further their agenda. Acts of petty wickedness, cruel faithlessness, and psychological manipulation are all acceptable tools when one is engaged in perfecting the world, utopians believe. There is no common ground of values and affinity between members of Judeo-Christian Western Civilization and paradise-hungry utopians. There can be no friendly disagreement where people still respect one another despite political and philosophical disagreements, because in giving up their own humanity, they have abandoned their very status as people. This is beyond tragic. Hannah Arendt talked about this when she talked about the banality of evil in the Adolf Eichmann trial. It's worth looking into. Utopians such as communists, militant environmentalists, radical feminists, DEI race baiters, ESG totalitarians, alphabet-sexuality mafiosi, censorious misinformation sentinels, woke social justice warriors, and social deconstructivists have sacrificed their very personhood on the altar of their cause. And to be frankly and honest, there are fundamentalists who call themselves members of the right who've done the same thing. They've given up their humanity for the sake of their ideology. In doing so, they've made themselves into hollowed out husks of people, devoid of individuality and personality, because everything beyond the cause has been willingly abandoned. What is left are cautionary tales about what is too high a price to pay to meaningfully serve what seems to be a good cause. In a very real way, these people have transformed themselves from the living into the undead. Be wary in their presence. Do not expect their political mask to drop and reveal a human face. Tragically, again, by their own choice, there really no longer is a face behind their mask. Thank you.